Hello. Let's see if my microphone is working fine. It seems like it's working fine. Hi, how's it going, everyone? Where is that? No, that's not the one. Let's see if I can fix the thank you for watching that was shown last time when I was ending the stream. Sorry for the late night stream. I was just going through some stuff. So I did a poll about the tutorial that I mentioned before. So the Angular Smart List tutorial. I'm gonna try to share that. Give me 1 second. Which one is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Smart Grocery Assistant. So this is the one that I was working on. Hopefully, I should be able to finish it real soon. But I was actually I was coding, and I also saw that we have Santosh who is live. So I wanted to maybe do a stream so you can see him, or you can go to his live stream directly. Is it the code with Santosh or something like that? Let's see. Coding with Santosh. Tech Talks with Santosh. I'm gonna share the tab so you can hear him. Give me 1 second. Let me know when you can hear Santosh.
Oh, what is this? Brace expansion.
Can you
What
hear
is this
Santosh?
package?
Duplicating
Unexpected error occurred. Brace
Can
expansion, and
you
then it
hear
says it's
Santosh well?
500 internal server. What kind of package is this?
check.
Let's see.
Oh, is it?
I think this is something internal, not here. It exists because I
Yeah.
don't know. I've seen that name.
So brace expansion. It's probably
I don't
here,
think
but who
we
is using
have.
this?
I don't think we have a possibility of raiding on YouTube yet,
Okay, so maybe
or I
what
might
Nico
not
is
have
saying
used
is
it.
correct. It says they support a lot of Node.js API, but they are using some stuff not supported by workers yet. But this is just installation, right? I mean, why should the yarn install fail?
Yeah, I
Even though
don't see there's
they
a
don't
possibility of
really
raiding
support
on
this.
others now.
I'm trying to
But
build
yeah,
that locally just
it
to
is
see
what it is.
with the
But
verbose, just to check if it is installing it locally.
but yeah, this was the application that I did a poll on, the smart grocery list. So I'm just trying to copy paste the code and see how it would work with the tutorial itself. And I can see that I'm not really sharing my screen. Give me 1 quick second. I'm gonna share my screen instead. Pop, 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 pop. This is the one that I was talking about. So this is the AI based smart grocery assistant that I wanted to share, or I'm working on a tutorial of. So you start with this. You have an empty list, or if I start with nothing, then it would look something like this. So it would say, welcome to Smart Grocery Assistant. Then you basically try to add one single item. You say something like, I don't know, milk. You add that to the list. And as you do so, you're going to see some smart suggestions here. Now, this is coming from Firebase GenKit. So this uses AI, of course, AI. And then it gives you suggestions on, if you have bought milk, you should probably get some cereals or bread or eggs or coffee. And then you can select the quantity from here as well. Or you could say, no, I'm going to actually get some tomatoes, maybe two of them. Where did my screen go? Wait, let's share again. That's a bit weird. My screen just disappeared from Restream. No, let me try that again. So we're gonna do window, smart grocery, smart grocery. So this is what we are looking at. So if I say tomatoes and we add 3 pieces of tomatoes, now we get lettuce, olive oil. Let's say we add olive oil. Now let's see what suggestions do we get. So now we have pasta, garlic, onions, bread, Parmesan cheese. So maybe we add pasta. Let's see what we can cook with all of this. All right, so now we have beef, basil, onion, Parmesan cheese. Let's also add Parmesan cheese. And there we go. Now I have a list that I can take with me. And I could also check how this looks on a mobile phone. So this is how it would look on a mobile phone. So it is mobile responsive, of course. And if you remove something, then you also get the suggestions for that as well. For example, if I remove tomatoes, then I should be receiving new suggestions here as well. Now it should actually be, so here you can see now canned tomatoes are being suggested as well. So yeah, this is what I'm working on, and hopefully I will be able to create a tutorial about it soon. I'm working on the tutorials markdown file right now, so I can remember that when I am working the tutorial. Let's see, I can remove that. Updating the main app component. I don't think we need that. No. Update the app template. Oh, we do have main router ish. Okay. Let's see. So we do. I'm gonna have to share my screen. The whole screen, I think. That's actually very easy to do. So if I do this, I think that's much easier. So now I could go ahead and say, which is the, what was it? App HTML. So if I go to app, what did I do? No, wrong window. Again, wrong window. App.html. If I go there, oh, but I do, but this is supposed to be, aha, I have a mistake here. So this has, this was supposed to be my home HTML actually. So this is what's supposed to be. So hero section and blah, blah, blah. But then we have app HTML, which is also, oh no, we do have the main router here. I wonder. Okay, but then I don't need to upgrade it. I think my readme is flawed. I think maybe then we don't really need this step. Update the package JSON scripts. I don't think so. Let's have a look at the package JSON. So we do have the scripts here. We have start, build, watch. That's fine. Then we have test, serve, SSR. Unknown says hi to you as well. Which editor is this? This is NeoVim. So it's a sort of a port of Vim. Then we have serve API, which runs the server TS. I don't think we really need that, to be honest. That's false. I don't think we need that. We just need to run this. I I think when we run the server, it would have to run SSR. Let's have a look actually. If I go to, so we do have the serve SSR, right? I think we could simplify it to just say serve SSR instead of all this magical thing. So we can look at the production ready server. So let's try it out. So I'm going to go quickly and shut it down. We're going to run npm run build. We're going to see if this build looks cool. Okay, so we do have some errors. Okay, let's are we ready to use Gemini now? Would you mind sharing why did you shift to this editor? NeoVim is really fast. Once you get a hang of it, once you learn how to use it, navigating between files, it's way faster than using using a mouse. So I try not to use my mouse at all, and I try to use a keyboard as much as possible. So that's why. So let's start with Gemini. We're gonna say run. Sorry, I'm gonna hide your message for now. Run. I'm gonna zoom in a bit so you can probably see as well. Npm run build and see and fix the errors. So we do have some errors coming in as well. I wonder why do we have that? So let's see. We're not really accepting edits from Gemini at the moment. So we are going to quickly fix what the errors are. Wa alaikum assalam, Shazib. How's it going? So okay, so it says package log JSON shows ANSI error is a dependency of buffer W, which is a dependency of karma. The error message indicates a version control. This was an issue with. I think this probably would have been reported now to the Angular team. I think so. Let's see. GitHub.com Angular/Angular. I think. Let's see if I can find ANSI error. Uh, hmm. Hmm. I don't know if that's an issue with. Because it's like, has nobody reported this issue? We do have this error where we have ANSI color due to restricted. Because I'm thinking I've only updated some pack. It's a dependency or karma, but do we have karma in here? Let's see karma. We do have karma still. Why do we have karma still? I thought we started moving to jest. No? Or am I missing something? No, we still have karma. Oh, we do have Jasmine here. Why do we have karma here? Oh, sorry. I thought we have just no. Okay, let's keep it like this then. Unknown says, nice. What about resource usage? Currently, VS Code gets really slow and working larger project. Is it worth switching to new Vim just for performance? I would say yes, but then you have to manage quite a lot of things yourself, like the whole editor experience. You have to configure your side menu as a plugin. You have to basically configure every single uh, feature of this, even things like uh, you know definitions. For example, if I'm here, if I press shift K, what does it show there? If I have to look at some sort of diagnostic, then how do I go there? If I have to search throughout the code, for example, or grep throughout the code, then I would have to implement this myself. So all the language servers for Python, TypeScript, etc., you have to set up yourself. So that's one of the challenges, I think. But when it comes to performance, it's really performant. And when you combine it with something like Tmux, then it's really powerful. For example, I can just spin up as much windows as I want. I can spin up one here. I can spin up one here. I can exit from here, exit from here. I can switch between different files. I could go back to different files. So once you learn the Vim shortcuts, it's really really fast, and I don't have to use my mouse in that case. Shazib says, "How are you? I'm good, Alhamdulillah, like sugar." Farhan Ali says, "It looks like new Vim." Yes, it is new Vim. It's not Omarki. I don't even know what that is, but it is new Vim. Okay, all right. So what is the solution that it says? So it says package log JSON shows ANSI color is a dependency of buffer W, which is a dependency of karma. The error message indicates a version campaign. I'll resolve it by deleting node modules package log and then resolve package. I don't think that's gonna work. When I was working with the project before, it sort of worked, but not particularly. What I want to do, actually, give me 1 second. I want to share not my entire screen, but maybe a region, so you don't have to look at this wide angle. Let me try to fix it quickly. Give me 1 second. And with Linux, I was looking at why do I need to do it twice, and I read somewhere that of it is because of a security reason, or Linux security, how it is. So it is what it is. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen at all? I believe no. I'm sharing my, or I'm my selecting my region again. Okay, so this is, I think this is nicer, right? So I could switch between different windows and you don't have to have a wide screen shown. So this should be better. But I'm thinking, I want to search if I can find Angular ANSI color incompatibility. Some developers still do Google or DuckDuckGo. 3 months ago, modified 5 years. What? npm ig and ANSI colors. That's not really what I wanted to do. Farhan says, "Is it not Arch Linux with Wayland? It looks like Wayland. It is Wayland. Yes, I'm using Hyperland with the Arch. By the way, I'm trying to find if it can, because I don't want to patch. I don't want to really patch the packages, but it seems like I would have to. Okay, let's see. But then I would have to do that in the tutorial as well, right? That's not good. I could let's see what Gemini does. Ahmad Salah, what is the backend framework that you recommend with Angular, especially for someone who has never studied backend before? I would say just go with TypeScript and go with something called NextJS. So you could either use, if you don't have any idea of backend, maybe start with even Express.js. So you have pure JavaScript, and then you learn gradually. So start with Express.js, or if you still prefer, or if you want to stay in the land of TypeScript, then you go with Nest.js, Nest. And if you have not seen it already, I have a whole series on my channel with Nest.js and Angular. So if I say Nest, you can see this tutorial, which is a whole e-commerce web application, full stack, and this is the front end is Angular. We use Postgres as a database, and then we also have Nest.js as a backend. So you can look into this. What was I trying to do? I was trying to fix some error, right? So it has removed the package JSON and package log JSON. Let's see what happens now. Farhan says Omarkey is a full setup version, kind of full distro that DHH creator Rails created. It was trending on tech Twitter. Oh, I didn't see that. Can we have a look at that right now? I was looking at this news. Did you have a look at this news from Elon? This guy this guy uploaded XAI's entire code base after leaving yeah, Elon's team or company. That was fun. So that was fun. What are you building? I'm working on a tutorial for my upcoming video. I'm working on this smart grocery assistant. So I'm looking at you start with adding one item, and then as you add items, it gives you AI based suggestions on what you can buy next. So yeah. Yes, Farhan is really trending on X. Everyone is talking about it. I have to look at it. Sneak peek. Thank you so much for whatever this is. It's not required, but appreciated. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. Alrighty. So yeah, this is something and it's funny, my channel actually blew up quite a lot with, if I show you the analytics, the one of the major things that I have when it comes to content is the Angular crash course, which is I think I have like one or two videos that have done really well. For example, if I try to look at, is it the content here? So if you look at the videos, oh, this one is doing well. It seems like interesting. But I don't want to see. I want to see the top videos. Here. So you see the difference between different videos that I have. It's like mastering Angular signals. It has, in the last 28 days, it has like 39,000 views, and then the rest is like 3.4, 2.3. So I don't have a lot of videos on my channel which have done really well, but I think this one was very like thought through, and then I prepared quite well for it. There were some slides. I think the slides are still up there somewhere. If I go to slides, we can essentially see it here somewhere, maybe. Angular. No, it's not that one. Oh, maybe I created it somewhere else. By the way, if you don't know, I have this slides template that I use for my slides. Maybe I can find it with the keyword 90. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we got quite a lot of stars for this one. So if I go with this one, you can see this slide. So I prepared very well for this one. So we covered a couple of things like the tech gurus on YouTube. So I'm not really I usually do like very ad hoc videos, which I can understand why they don't do as well as when I have some slides. For example, it seems like people still like slides. And then what is Angular, concept. This was a book. This was my second book. At the time of publishing this tutorial, this was what I was sharing with the community. Now I have my third book. But yeah, benefits of Angular versus React, some myths about it. I think people would have been really interested in this. Then the core concepts, then like slides with the code, some diagrams. I love creating diagrams myself. Data binding. So very well thought and thorough tutorial with like directives, pipes. So people really like. I think we are actually. Oh, did Santosh end for the stream? Yeah, he did. So if you have not looked at Santosh's channel, do watch his channel. It's called Tech Talks with Santosh. I'm gonna share in the chat. Tech Talks with Santosh. I'm gonna share in the chat. He's a really nice guy. A really good friend of mine. So what was I sharing? Yeah, the 90-ish minute. So I was saying maybe we are actually pretty close to having, like, if you see right here, we do have almost 500,000 views on this one. So maybe by the end of the year we would reach that. So it's this did pretty well, and the creation for this one was also quite interesting for me, because I actually learned Angular myself from tutorials like this. There were tutorials back in the days called Angular in 60-ish minutes, and that's what I started with. So, but yeah, interesting times. So we will see. So right now, the one that I'm working with this smart grocery assistant, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Sort of having like an in-depth tutorial, but then also something that doesn't take too much time. So it's a bit fast, but it's not too fast as well. Unknown is asking, is your channel monetized? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Your channel gets monetized after you have 1,000 subscribers. फरहान says, अच्छा हुआ एलन पाकिस्तान के काफ़ी खिलाफ था." Yes, congratulations. Thank you. But yeah, did I kill my server? Yeah, I killed my server. So you see there are no suggestions. There should probably some error here as well. But no, not gonna have that for the tutorial. So what happened here? Look at this. So it said it's gonna delete the packages. Then it ran npm install, and now it's asking for build. I have a feeling that this will still fail. Let's see what happens. So you see, it still fails with the same error. Now what it's going to do is going to patch it using something called patch package something something. Now it says I'm going to remove karma dependencies. So now it's removing karma altogether. When we run test, actually, let me try to find. So we don't have, no, sorry, I was typing in wrong. So we don't have that. Let's see. So now it's removing the tests altogether. So it says like most of the developers in the world, it's like no testing, testing bad. Just remove it. If there's no tests, there's no errors. So that's what we are doing right now, and we still have the same issue. So yeah, it's that's not gonna work. We have 15,000 lines of code. Okay, so buffer is a dependency of ptrace, which is required by Google Auth library C. So that's the problem. So it was not really karma, it was actually this Google Auth thingy. So what it does is it fixes this resolution with ANSI with this thing. So I have to put that somewhere to fix it in the tutorial so it doesn't get bothered. By the way, has anyone of you used Gemini so far, or the Gemini CLI so far, to be specific? Okay, so the resolutions thing did not work. I'm pretty sure it's going to go with the package. Uh, okay, so it's going with the overrides. Let's see. I think resolution is probably in. Is it in some? I don't know if it's in some other file. Let's see. So we got overrides. ANSI colors is popular, but the problem is with ANSI color. I'll check its version on npm. Okay, you do that. Let's program. How's it going? It's good. It's good. How about you? How about yourself? Okay, so what are we doing? Is it version 0.2? I'll pin it in overrides. Okay, so it's pinning it in the overrides from 042 to 021. I don't know if it's gonna start crashing with that auth library, but let's see. Now we run the build. And I have to go to bed pretty soon as well. We'll see. See, so it's not, last time, if I remember correctly, is it used something like a patch. Okay, so now, okay, I remember now. So there is this line in the NSI colored JS where it has to replace this character, and this is super weird. Like you would never expect these kind of errors, when you're coding with something and you're like, okay, it's a shiny sunny day, I'm gonna code something, it's gonna be butterflies and sunshine, and then comes this big fat error. It's like, hey, the error is with this particular content right here. Okay, it's going to fix this. So now we are actually replacing something in the node modules by fixing the error ourselves. Now the idea for this is to have what is to have this patched. So let's see. First of all, it's going to try to fix the error, then fix the build, or if it builds fine, then hopefully it would run something like a patch. I think it's called patch package or something. Let's see. Now it's getting built. There was an issue with the budget, but that's not a problem. I think that can be fixed. So it's gonna increase the budget in the angular.json file. And there we go. So we increased the maximum warning, maximum error. I think that could also be part of the tutorial itself. It's not nice to have such a big CSS file, to be honest. And increasing the budget size is not really it's not really beneficial all the times. So you still need to fix that at some point. But I'm interested in looking at, once the build is done, how does it use. So here you see, now I fixed the build, I patched for the escape sequence error, increase the CSS budget. Now I'm reverting the incorrect overrides. But I'm interested in knowing how would it keep the patch, because if I run npm install again, it's going to delete everything, right? So we'll see. Now it's re-adding the test script and the karma dependencies again. Shane is asking, how do you instruct the LLM to avoid hallucination? I asked Claude Code to generate unit tests, just went on without doing it properly. Aha. So it depends really. So you have the Claude MD file. I'm pretty sure you might have looked at it already. So this is where Claude stores all the things in its memory. For now, I'm using instructions for example, for Angular, but you can add information here in Claude.md about what kind of what the tests should look like, and instructions like for writing the test, make sure to look at the file all the time, make sure there are no discrepancies, etc. So you need to give some prompts to it that it can follow. Ideally that should not happen, but yeah. But with Cloud Code, what is the model that you're using? It also depends on that as well. Are you using Sonnet or Opus? Which one do you use? And at the moment I'm using Gemini CLI and not instead of Cloud Code. And just as I've said, I'm using Gemini, it seems like it's going crazy now, which should not have happened, Gemini, just as I was talking about you. Shane says I'm using Sonnet. Yeah. Then I think you can use Claude.md to give some system prompts. Have you done that already, by the way? Do you have instructions for tests in there, or not at the moment? I've got a good feeling about this. I don't, to be honest. Farhan says start with the plan mode. Hallucination gets you get few hallucinations then. I think that's a really good advice. So you could go with the plan mode first. Okay, I'm not really sure what's happening here. So it added karma, Jasmine, etc. Everything now. I'm gonna ask it. Are you stuck or something? Run the build again and see if everything works. The funny thing is that the dev environment works fine. It's when you build it, the packages go crazy. Udit Pradhan says, I'm going to start my B Tech journey soon. I want to learn machine learning and artificial intelligence. Help me to learn the skill for top recruiter. I'm not really sure which top recruiter you're trying to aim for. If it's Facebook, Amazon, Google, then you need to prepare for the interviews instead of trying to go with the approach that you first learn the programming languages and the core concepts, and then spend time in finishing books and whatnot. So I would say the idea should be that you do sort of reverse engineering wherever you're applying for the job. You need to see how to clear that interview, what skills do you need there, and then following up, because you're not really cheating that way. You do practice, you do learn those skills, and then you crack the interview. So I would say go with that, to be honest. And if you really want to just learn for the sake of learning and you're not focused on getting the job as soon as possible, then there's a really good course from someone called Krish Naik. I mean, you might already know the person. He's super famous. He has his machine learning and AI courses on Udemy. I'm doing one of the courses, or I'm not doing one of the courses. I have the course, but I have not been able to do it myself. Yava Usman says, prepare some memes for those awkward silent moments while the LLM is doing it. Instead of saying, yeah. I wish I could do that. I'm not really sure if, because when I was using Windows, I had this software called Voice Mode, which I actually paid for, if I remember correctly. But I don't think that's on Linux. Maybe we can find together. Let's see, Voice Mode Linux. I don't think we have that. That's the software. So Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, consoles. We hear you. Linux. Okay, maybe not the last one. Smart fridges. Okay, so we do have this. Oh, interesting. But is it in the roadmap? We don't have that yet. But that was like a soundboard, so I could. I have this thing here called. I don't know if you see it. Is a stream track. So I could change my screens and I could press the button and it made the sound. Uh, I did do something with the software. I don't know if we can run it. Maybe we can run it, but that also allows me to actually play those meme sounds. I built a software that, if I can find it, I think I don't even remember what was it called. Maybe it was called Restream Buddy or something. Restream. I think it's this one. Or did I end up with? No, I don't think I ended up with the extension. I did create a Chrome extension as well, because yeah, why not? But this one, yeah, exactly. So this project, it was a fun project. If I run this can actually look at your chat and the messages that you're sending in, and you can send a message which plays a sound on my machine. Super cool, but maybe I'll try it in one of the future streams if you can remind me. Shane says, what are your thoughts on Gemini compared to GPT and Claude? Since I noticed you use Gemini a lot. I use Gemini quite a lot for a lot of tasks which are complex, um, yet do not require, I would say, a senior level of coding skills. I mean, Gemini 2.5 is it's an MOE, so it's a general purpose model. It's not specifically designed for coding. It does pretty well with coding as well, but I I think it sometimes gets confused a bit. So I use Gemini for regular tasks, like generating my slides. For example, I can show you something really cool that I did. I generated slides for one of my sessions in like half an hour, and I instructed it to do it how I wanted it to do. But it contained. Let me show you what it contained, and you can let me know if you can create a slide like this in half an hour. What was it called? It was the conversational terminal. let's call this one. So the future of work is conversational, blah blah blah. Then it's using this information from the uh, existing slides, and yeah, it's getting that information from there, some images, blah blah blah, and then these are the slides. So for example, the animations, and this is the slides platform that I have is built with something called reveal.js, which is used on slides.com. So if you go to slides.com, you can create slides by drag and drop. I'm pretty sure some of you might have already seen that. So yeah, you can basically make slides by drag and drop, but the core platform which this is built on top of is open sourced, so you can basically do it yourself. So it uses slides.com to generate everything, including the bullet animations and the the vertical and horizontal differences. So let me also show you something cool. Let's see if I can find it. Da, 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 da. So not here, so still a lot of slides. So far it's okay, but I would say it's still boring. So here, when it comes to some images, and you want some images in your slide, what I try to do is um, to generate mermaid diagrams. I'm not really sure if you have worked with those before. And what I can do then is just go to ExaliDraw, which is amazing as a software, and I could go ahead and just paste it here, and now I have a drawing of my own, and I can basically adjust it, modify it a bit. So, and then I can include that in the slide. That was one of the things that I did. Another cool thing that I did was, I hope I have it because I'm pretty sure I did it on my laptop. Did I? No, I think I did it before, but nah, I removed it later on. So what I did that was quite cool, and I removed it later on, or maybe the AI removed it later on, was that I also generated code snippets like this one, but not exactly code snippets, but or not exactly code within this markdown file, but actually images of code using something called carbon.now.sh. It's a really nice platform to generate images of your code. So you can select like different variations, width and height, languages, and then you can quickly export it or download it as SVG or PNG. But this thing is also available on different platform. For example, I could say Carbon Now CLI, and if you search that, you're going to find different versions of it. So here is one, Carbon Now CLI. You can see it has like 6,000 stars, and I asked Gemini to use this plugin to generate image of my code base and put that in my slide. So that kind of complex task Gemini can do really, really well. And it's a really nice usage in my opinion. And I have to put that in one of the talks I'm gonna give in a few days. But yeah, when it comes to purely code, that's where mm, I fall back to Cloud Code sometimes. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now it's reverting. Why is it reverting? Okay, so we have bots now coming to the stream. No, thank you. Block list. So I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have to fix the ANSI thing again or not. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I think okay, so I think this is going to be fine. It will generate the application, but how did it fix the ANSI color package? Did it go to the file and did it again, or what did it do? This is what it did last time, right? I fixed the build. I patched an ANSI from escape sequence and then blah blah blah. Number incorrect overrides. Okay, then it added this and this. And then I said, are you stuck or something? Run the build again and see if everything works. Okay. Then it went ahead, it reinstalled the packages, ran the build, and it failed. Then it updated the file, updated the budget, and now it is still trying to go somewhere and do somewhere. I'm not really sure why it's getting stuck though. Maybe we'll be patient. We'll be patient and we'll see if we need to just wait. I can say Angular, Firebase, GenKit, ANSI, color, package incompatible. This is Firebase, GenKit CLI version. I don't think that's a problem. This one is also not a big problem, I would say. Okay, let's try this quickly. Want to see if the build works. Oops. npm run build. Or does it get stuck somewhere? So the build works. If I do rmrf, or actually let's have let's have a look at package.json. So here, do we have any overrides? I don't see. I don't also see ANSI colors. No, we don't have them. So if I do a quick git diff package.json. Okay, so that's the only thing that got changed, right? If I say rmrf node modules and package log.json, I want to see what happens here. So we do npm install. Let's see if we can get the packages done and if we still have this ANSI issue. Check the diff not committed stuff. So let's see. And Gemini is really cool for these things as well. And since it has a huge context window, I don't mind using it for big tasks like, check the diff, check what did I do 10 commits before, or summarize the work that is done in the past week. So it goes to the git logs, sees the files change, summarizes that. I think that's all of that is pretty nice. Okay, so here it says package log is expected after npm install, blah blah blah. The Angular packages and current dependencies are also reflected. Basically, I'll revert the Angular JSON packages and revert to confirm. Yeah, do it, but what is it trying to do? Invalid package JSON. Okay, I think it failed to remove things correctly. This is one of the things that I don't like about the CLI. I don't know if you face this as well, or maybe if it's just with Gemini CLI or even with Claude as well, that it has to it jumps around. Okay, so this is fixing in the ANSI color again. See, so that means running the build again actually does not work, and you have to go and fix it in the file. And now the file failed. Let's see. Mm-hmm. See, it's jumping. Shows you how much we have scrolled so far. I'm gonna be right back. I need some water. So be right back. Okay, did it do something, or are we stuck, or what's happening? Hmm. It looks like it's still, reflecting on the success. I don't know what the issue is. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mhm. I could actually revert everything and ask it to do it again. Let's do this again. So I'm gonna say, let's give it some context. So we can say, um, let's give it some context. Is it clearing or no? Oh, okay, that's better. Maybe, you know what? Let's actually go to. Let's actually create uh, a new terminal. Let's run it here. We're gonna run npm fix the ANSI color error if it appears. The fix should be permanent and not just temporarily updating the file inside node modules. All right, let's see. Yeah, run always. That's fine. I'm gonna cancel it. Remove the. There is no caching. All right. So here we remove the Angular folder. Then we should run the build. I would say let's run the build first. Mm-mm-mm. It works now. Why does it work now? Okay, I'm confused. I'm gonna exit it now. Git status. I would say git reset. Git checkout. Angular.json git checkout package log.json. Right now, I'm gonna run the build and let's see. Oh, okay. I just saw an email. Okay, so here we have the budget, but I think that's fine. I don't know why. Why do we have this? Okay. Anyways, so Angular.json, CSS, budget. So here, any component style. What was the error? No, I can't see the error. Stupid. 8 KB, 15.33. Okay, so we go with maximum error to be 20 KB, and what was it again? 15, right? 16 KB, or maybe we can still keep it 15. So it gives a warning, but not really an error. Let's see if the budget issue is fixed and then we still get it, then we have a problem. Okay, so we have the build, right? npm, and then we can go ahead into package.json, and here we can then we can go to ssr, and here just remove all of this, so we can run npm npm run, and my camera died, of course. Npm run serve ssr. So this is what I wanted to do for quite a long time now. This is why we did all of this. Crazy. So instead of 42,000, we're going to go to 4,000, and this is server side rendered. Now I could go and say, what do we get from the groceries now? Let's say strawberries. We add to list. Are we getting smart suggestions? Yeah, we are getting. So this is production ready now. So I could actually deploy this to Cloudways today, and it would work out of the box, right? But that is what the tutorial is going to be about. Once we are production ready, we're going to deploy this to Cloudways, and there you would have this served directly, and it's going to be super fun, super nice. Yay. So can we have And I can also have generate smart list, so it still gives me suggestions even without adding or removing, but I could add more stuff. Let's say add to list. Now we are adding blueberries, and now we have bananas, yogurt, granola, almonds. If I remove strawberries, what do we get? Yogurt, granola, banana, almonds. Nice. Let's say I get yogurt. What do we get then? And you can see this also gives you this little information here, like complimentary, great to add to yogurt and blueberries for a more filling breakfast or snack. It already knows that I have blueberries and yogurt already in my list, and that's why it's also suggesting granola. So I could have granola in here as well. Then let's see what happens. So banana, honey, almonds, maybe honey. That's nice. And now I have multiple things as well. So adds fiber, omega 3s to your yogurt, healthy boost. So here you can do crazy stuff with this one. And this gets saved into local storage. So you can always have it at your disposal. Good. I think that's good enough. I'm going to quickly see if I have missed something. Yeah, where this all started from was actually looking at the package JSON. So this is what we should have had, which I don't think. Okay, so this step is not needed at all. Concurrently, I don't think we need that. Build and test the application. So we built, and then we also have no, we have start, but we need to run start production server, which should be npm run serve ssr, and then test AI integration. Yeah, I'm looking at right now my two-step test AI no, what step 12, right? Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a couple of things. I'm gonna. Do we have window 5? No, we have not. We have 5. No. No. 5 here, right? So let's actually. Oh, but then okay, let's do it like this. Then we got 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1. Sorry, 1 is there. 2 is here. I always get confused where my tabs are. 3 is still here, and then 5 is here. So maybe we can move it to 4, right? Making things easier. Okay, so what I want to do here is actually, now that I have my tutorial ready, I want to add all of this to home component CSS. Did I? Yeah, I fixed that. So let's add all of this, and then I can say clear. I have updated tutorial.md up to step 12. Use that code to update this project. Also, I would say improve the wordings or the instructions, just the English to make it clear of this markdown file. Am I too far? I think I am too far. Let's make it like this. Of this of this markdown file, and I'll also say and update the sections after step 12. Were there any good sections about after 12? I think there were. It was what? Yeah, there were. 12 explanation to match the code snippets above. Ooh. Can you imagine how difficult it was before to do all of this, which you can do just by typing like a bunch of sentences, and it goes and does everything by default? Maybe plan mode. So let's generate a plan, I think. So right now the challenge that we have is we have a bunch of things here, right? So we have the whole tutorial in here, that I've asked AI to generate from the code that I already had, and then I updated the code, improved it, then I asked it to update the markdown file, and it was a back and forth quite a lot. So the markdown gets updated, then I ask it to change the code itself, and then the code gets updated, then I yeah, and now I'm doing it basically again. So let's see. Well, let's see if that changed. Okay, so what happened here? Let's see. So we have based on my fix issues in the existing code. So update home component to use vegetables. Should be produced. Okay, and then aha. Okay, it should be produced. Interesting. Grocery service to grocery. Yeah, that's right. Fix server TS to properly import from models. Grocery type. Yeah. Use Jenkins flow to match the exact schema. Okay. Then we have app route TS. Yeah. Config TS to include HTTP client configuration. Yep. Index HTML title and app HTML structure. Home component template file name from home. Yeah, that's correct. This is correct. Ensure all Angular 20 features. Yep. And this is the tutorial improvements. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good enough. We can go with this. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see the changes that are happening here. We're importing groceries, then we need to change grocery itself. Server TS is asking for grocery item. I don't think it uses it. Okay, yeah, it uses it now, of course. Just as I was saying that. And then home component gets grocery from services, grocery.service. I don't think it is grocery. Okay, it is grocery.service. Okay. Okay, so it's updating the code according to my tutorial documentation. So this is good. We're going in the right direction. Because I don't want to do it again. The next goal for me, oops, sorry. The next goal for me is to have some sort of slides, or I would say some sort of a structure for this. So it's explained and it doesn't really have just code. So maybe some diagrams to explain the flow, how the front end is talking to the back end, the back end is talking to Genkit, and then bringing in data, and then providing the information. So yeah, Control T to show to dos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was what Claude wrote before. Yeah, we need. I mean, we can use the string interpolation. Clear English and better instructions is exactly what we need. Check your packages and file. Mm-hmm. Mm. One of the things that we have not done yet is creating the service account JSON for from the Google Cloud Console for the tutorial. So when we have when we are going to deploy this to Cloudways, we would need our environment file, and the environment file will have to point to the service account JSON, because there I'm not going to be logging it with my with my browser using gcloud CLI. So that's one thing that we need to do. Okay, finally we are looking at the post step 12. Hmm. Good. It's like funny to think sometimes how advanced AI tools have become now compared to maybe a year ago even. Okay, good. Now we have everything aligned. So we got what you'll build, application, blah, blah, blah. Hmm. Good. So it improved at least the English a bit. Pup, 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 pup. Nice. I like it. Okay, so what's here? Yeah, here it changed grocery service to grocery service. Okay. Home component to that. And then at the end, we have just what was done. Okay, good enough. I think I have everything that I need, to be honest. So let's quickly, I'm going to stop the server that we have here and try it with this one. So let's quickly open this. I'm going to say npm start just to check if this works as well. And this is my reference schema. Okay, so now it says cannot find output schema. Good. Here we should have put schema. Okay, so here we have this whole TypeScript, which should be genkit index ts. I'm going to try to replace all of this now. Pop, pop, up, pop, up. So that's the one. Genkit. I think this is what. Okay, so this looks good. Let's see if this actually works. So I'm going to go to my browser, go to 4200 again. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, so we do have here. Now I can quickly go ahead and say generate smart suggestions, and it should work. Okay, good. So I don't like the how this looks. I like the other one, I think, a bit more. But it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right here. So we do have I think we do have the tutorial ready. One more thing that I wanted to do that I can probably put still here is to make it easier for readers, viewers to understand how the project works, especially the data and the API call flow, uh, the components of the app, as in or API flow, as in from front end to API endpoint to Firebase GenKit, etc. So kindly add some diagrams, mermaid, where necessary, with some explanation. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this, and I think this should be okay. So now it's going to add some suggestions as well, or the diagrams, and I would be able to then at least generate those diagrams with mermaid, so I can add that as slides, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so we are adding where line 26. No, so here we have 26. Aha, we are adding it here. Is it asking me? No, it's doing it itself, right? Pop, 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 pop. Okay, it's not able to edit it at the moment for some reason. But this is something that I can even pick up tomorrow. I think I will stop streaming for today to pick it up tomorrow. So yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna switch, and yeah, yes, I have to prepare for my talk on Thursday as well, so I will see what can be done there, but I want to also get some good sleep as well. So anyways, I will see you when I will see you. Thank you for joining today, and as always, happy coding. I'm going to see you next time.